When I counted this gun with propane and 0.2 gram BBs, I found it averaging around 335 to 340 feet per second. For a pistol, this is the ideal velocity. It's not shooting too hot to take into CQB, and the feet per second is respectable enough to take it out in woodland and still get some range kills. Now this is the longer 6-inch Hi-Capa, so it is expected to be shooting a little bit hotter. This gun is also cross-compatible with CO2 Hi-Capa magazines, and the feet per second will only raise to about 350 feet per second with CO2, so it'll still be within CQB limits. When I took this gun back to 100 feet, I had absolutely no problem hitting the man size or the headshot target. Like I mentioned, this is the 6-inch barrel length model. That little bit of extra added barrel really does help dramatically. And as you can see, I was firing quickly and just sort of pointing and shooting. Hitting these targets was incredibly easy. When I took this gun back to 150 feet away, I was able to hit the man size target with every single shot. Keep in mind I was using 0.2 gram BBs, which is just a little bit too light for this gun. I would recommend 0.25s. Nonetheless, even with light BBs and a somewhat strong breeze, this gun is still a very consistent shot. When I decided to shoot at the headshot target, I switched the BBs from 0.2s to 0.28s. Now 0.28s are a little bit too heavy for this gun, and like I said, I would recommend 0.25s, but I'm out of 0.25s, and 0.28s are better than using 0.2s, so for this test I'm using 0.28s. This was also after a lot of off-camera testing, so the magazine was getting a little bit cold at this point, and it was only 70 degrees outside. Conditions were not ideal, and could have been better, but even with all that said, this gun was very, very consistent, and this test was very good in showing the max effective range of this gun. I'm going to go ahead and say 150 feet is the max effective range. You're going to be deadly accurate within 150 feet, possibly maybe 10 feet more to 160 or maybe 170, but I'm going to cut the line at 150 and say anything past that is going to be less consistent. So what does that mean? Well, that means within 150 feet you are going to hit your target at least 95% of the time. Past that, your shots are probably not going to be spot on. You might be able to hit people past 150 feet, but I wouldn't advise it. So final conclusion of this gun. Well, for a pistol, this gun is incredibly accurate. That extra bit of added barrel length really does help increase performance. It increases the feet per second to about 10 to 20 feet per second more, and the accuracy is going to touch out to 20, possibly 50 feet more than the usual Hi-Capa will. It's already based on a tried and true platform, and really there's no way to go wrong. As an extra added bonus, if you wanted to take this into CQB, you easily could, as it's not shooting too hot. And if you live in a colder environment like I do, you can switch to CO2 magazines and have gas consumption be even better than it already is. Now don't get me wrong, this gun isn't going to be blowing anything out of the water. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is that it gives you an amazing bang for your buck. So if you're on a budget and you've thought about this gun before, I would recommend you go for it. There's really nothing to lose. Well, that about sums up my accuracy test of the KJW Xcelerator Hi-Capa. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time. LOL! Best goat throw. I had to throw it like directly downward. I need another goat now.
No, you don't. You need another dick.
That would be quite useful. 2 bitches at once.
In your mouth. Fuck you!
Same spot!
Same fucking spot.
Nice. Awesome! Hold on, I'm gonna walk behind you. Awesome!